Hello, hello, hello. Let me know how the audio sounds here. Hello, hello. Thank you, everyone, for the birthday wishes. Hello, everyone. How does the audio sound? Let me know. Awesome. How's everyone's day going? Let me move this chat. Just chilling at work. Still got to work, you know? Hopefully, the office isn't too loud over here. We got a bunch of people chatting on the phone and whatnot. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, I guess I'm not really working if I'm on live. Taking it a little bit easy today. Probably will leave the office in an hour or two from now. I don't know what the girlfriend got me for my birthday yet. It's still a surprise. There's this big wrapped thing in the garage that it looks like one of those basketball shooter games. Obviously it's not, but it's this huge Trojan horse in the garage right now. It's my 25th birthday, quarter century. What are you guys all up to? You guys are at work? What are you doing? Yeah, I'll let you guys know what's in the package. I'll post a picture of it on my Instagram story today before I open it, so you can see how chaotic this huge thing is in the garage. Takes up half a stall of the garage. You're welcome, Black Jade. It's my pleasure doing the updates every single day. Well, happy belated birthday to you, Shayna. I try to find my information when I'm researching videos. I try to at least be able to verify the information in two different sources. If I'm looking for something more technical, I try to actually only get information from actual research papers because I want it to be as factual as possible. And I think it's important not to have like just opinions on things. I think it's good to like give context, maybe use an opinion or my experiences to maybe explain something, but I never want to like force an opinion on anyone. So I want to use like facts as much as possible and research papers if there's like an idea floating around like, hey, this is what the research says. It's kind of my goal whenever I'm making a video. I try to have asides and dig into the research because that's more fun for me to do than the he said she said of just the everyday news. Oh, sorry. Yeah, there was a huge dust storm 2 days ago. I was driving in, it was a big dust storm, pouring rain. It's like the heaviest rain I've ever driven in. Yeah, I own a moving company here in Phoenix, moving and storage, trying to expand the storage and looking at potentially purchasing a self storage facility somewhere further out of the valley in Phoenix. We've been doing a bunch of cold calls and stuff, trying to get some leads on a property to potentially purchase. I'll definitely be talking about that more. I've actually been thinking about doing some kind of video series going from like scouting properties to purchasing one to transitioning it. I think that would be kind of cool to see. Thanks for all the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm only 25. It does rain in Phoenix, but not often, like 20 days a year or something like that. But when it rains, it's usually pretty darn heavy. Yeah, moving is tough work. Luckily, I don't have to do moves very often anymore. I actually did a move 2 Fridays ago, but that was the first one in like a year. I got all these crews who do it now, but I did do it for about 18 months. I did moves every single day. Thanks for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. Yeah, It's always hot here for sure. During the winter, it's pretty darn nice though. It's only too extremely hot, like 4 months of the year. I don't know what the plans are. My friend Dan and my girlfriend are doing all the plans. I'm hands off. I don't know what to expect. I'm happy with anything. Set the bar low, and then you're happy with anything, you know. Yeah, I do some, stock market information, but I kind of hesitate to because how I invest is really safe and like value investing, and that's not the kind of stuff that gets a lot of clicks and gets a lot of excitement because it takes so long to make money, but it's like more of a sure thing. I always want to do more stock kind of stuff, but uh, it's just not how I invest. Isn't super exciting. So I've been trying to think of ways to spin it to make it, you know, more interesting and exciting, but still the right way to invest. Oh, your AC went out? Yeah, my AC went out like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Whenever that happened, got it fixed, but I'm gonna have to get a whole new AC unit. It's gonna be like $7,500 to replace that because it has a Freon leak. So yeah, I've been thinking about changing my profile picture. What do you guys think? Leave it short hair or get an updated one? I've been told both. That the short hair one's kind of nice. I don't know. Update it. A lot of people saying update it. I'm going to keep the hair long for a while at least. So don't worry about that. I'm just wondering about the profile picture. Yeah, it's weird because I've had short hair my entire life until like a year ago, but now all of a sudden I'm known as the long hair guy. So it's strange that that's what I'm known for. That's all right, Dark Soul. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate the compliments. Thanks for the birthday wishes. Thanks, Lynn. This is actually in my office. This isn't in the studio, so there's no light bulb lamp in here. I'm just doing it off my computer. That's why it's not probably not the best quality video or audio right now. Got a mic, but the computer doesn't do that great of quality. Yeah, everyone thinks I'm much older than I am. No big plans yet. I'm going to leave work here in probably an hour or two and then see what I have in store for me. Yeah, the moving business is doing all right. We're doing much better now. We're still down 25, 30% from last year, but it's better than what we were at. We were down 50, maybe even 60% for a couple months there. So it's kind of slowly getting the upswing. By next summer, hopefully we're on par with last year. I'll be happy with that. But oh wow, thanks D. But I just got to be grateful that we're still in business. I can keep all these employees employed, and they can still pay their bills and feed their families and stuff. So even if I'm not making a whole lot of money with the moving company this year, I still got to be glad that we're still in business, and we'll be fine ultimately. So ask some more questions. We'll do a little AMA while we're here. I might do like half hour or something like that. Business, marketing questions. There's not really much to talk about as far as stimuluses go right now because it's kind of at a standstill, but whatever questions you want to ask, fun stuff, personal stuff, whatever. I don't have any kids. Single for now. I guess I'm not single, but not married for now. If you want to work at my business, send us an email. Skinny Wimp Moving, Arizona. We're hiring right now, so nice to see you, Sandy. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, retirement housing is a good business in Arizona. I have a friend who does that. He has an assisted living house. I actually interviewed him on this channel. He's got a pretty interesting story. He actually survived cancer when he was a teenager. I think he was 13 or 14, and now he's like an entrepreneur and doing quite well here in Arizona. It's a cool story. It's worth checking out. Yeah, you can get an interview, Diago. Send us an email, call us. We'll definitely interview you. The $10,000 EIDL, I just don't know. It seems like people have kind of given up on even trying to fight to get that EIDL grant, from 1,000 to 10,000. I wouldn't bet that it's going to be bumped up to $10,000. There would have to be quite a bit more funding in order to even pay that out. And yeah, if you're interested in working, email me at info@skinnywentmoving.com. We're hiring. Thanks for the birthday wishes. Have I traveled anywhere in the US? Yeah, I've been probably to 25 states. Been all over. I'm from Minnesota, so every state in between Minnesota and Arizona I've been to many times. California many times. I used to own businesses in Utah, California, Texas. Been all over. Single is in not married. Not I have a girlfriend though. Favorite food? I have a quite a weird diet. Everyone here at the office makes fun of me because I mostly just eat meat. Like I eat beef like three meals of the day. Like I have literally a Tupperware of beef next to me. So I pretty much eat almost all meat. There was an entire month where I ate nothing but animal products, kind of a reverse vegan kind of deal. I got nothing against vegans or anything like that. It just I feel better when I eat a lot of meat. It's kind of strange. Thanks, Peter. I'll have some cake later on. Do I miss wrestling? I never wrestled, actually. I was a track athlete. I did track all throughout high school, and then I had a scholarship for pole vault in college. I moved to Arizona because I was going to college in Minnesota, and then wanted to transfer to another school. And I ended up not transferring to the school, but I still moved to Arizona. I was going to go to ASU and try to get on their track team, but then I just decided, why am I even going to college when I was going to for entrepreneurial studies? I was like, I'm just going to go to college and then start a business, or I could just start a business right now. And that's what I did. And luckily it worked out for me. Yeah, I am a Joe Rogan fan, actually. I watch a lot of his stuff, especially the scientist episodes. Those are the ones that I like the most, like science researchers, that kind of stuff. Birthday's been going well so far. Thank all of you for joining me on this this fun day. Trying to take it a little bit easy today. Yeah, maybe I'll have some kind of meat cake. Literally, like three of my employees bought me beef for my birthday, kind of as a joke, kind of as a serious gift. I appreciate it though. Thanks for tuning in, Pat. I appreciate all of you joining me today. This is fun. I should probably do more lives. Thank you, Vicky. I appreciate it. Thanks, Candy. Am I red now? Yeah, I still don't know what the girlfriend got me for my birthday yet. We're waiting to see. This evening we'll find out. I don't know. There's a big mystery shrouded around it. I don't know what to expect. Let's do some more questions. Whatever comes to your guys' mind. This feels weird just talking to the camera. Um, solo here in the office. But yeah, where's the beef? Exactly. I need to have that up on the wall here. Where's the beef sign? They call me Big Beefer here at work. Uh, I don't know if I would want to do anything in politics. Actually, it just seems like you're just spinning your wheels, not really getting anything done. I don't really like the nonsense of it. I like more logical kind of things. That's why I like business and the politics of politics. I just don't think I would enjoy it. Plus, they don't get paid that well. I guess considering that they're on vacation 40% of the time, it's not bad. But you know, I don't know. I don't think I would like to do any kind of politics. How many cats do I have? I have two cats, Ender and Onyx. I suppose I should do some kind of cat reveal at some point since people ask me about them all the time. I own a house, but I actually I'm so cheap that I own a house, but I rent out the rooms to pay for my mortgage. It's like the best deal ever. I basically have no housing payment because of it, but people never believe that why I would choose to have roommates. But I really don't mind to have roommates, especially when basically living for free. Yeah, this is actually I think my second live ever, but yeah, it's a strange thing. It's not natural to just sit and talk to chat without another person here. Maybe I'll have another person join me on another one, so it's kind of a more conversational. Thanks for tuning in, Lainey. Appreciate it. I don't have a dog, but my girlfriend has a dog. She lives with me. He's an old boy. Likes to get into the trash and eat all the food in sight. AMA is Ask Me Anything. Not American, I guess it's also American Medical Association, but Ask Me Anything. What kind of music do I like? I like a pretty big variety of music. I like alternative. That's probably my go-to listening. I actually like classical music. I play piano. I enjoy that a lot. I like most kinds of music. My favorite bands right now or artists. I like Glass Animals a lot. That's probably my favorite right now. They're pretty awesome. If you haven't listened to them, go check them out. How do I make my hair look so good? I don't do much to it. Oh, thanks, Raina. I wash it a couple times a week. I put product in it 2 times a week. That's about it. Glass Animals is the artist that I like. Check them out on YouTube. They're really good. I'm not originally from Arizona. I'm from Minnesota. Lived there until I was 18. Why not pay off your house, then your rental income would be real income. I was paying off my house more quickly, just like paying extra every single month. But then I was like, why am I doing this when the interest rate is so low and I could take that money and put it in other things and earn more money? So I'm not really afraid of having the mortgage. Been thinking about potentially refinancing since the rates are even lower right now, but haven't really jumped the gun there because it's like, I don't know. They might even go lower yet. So you haven't really decided there yet. Yeah, I like beer. I'm actually making beer right now with my friend Dan. We made 10 gallons worth. It's like fermenting right now in some buckets. And that'll be about 100 beers that we made. There was a lemon kolsch and some kind of cream beer. Yeah, Max's Moonshine. Yeah, you guys need to help me think of a name for my beer. It's a lemon kolsch beer. What should we title it? Maybe I'll make like an actual label and make it look legit. Someone just said their birthday's on the 34th. I don't think that's a day. Been playing guitar for 45 years. Geez. I love playing piano. That's crazy. We've been playing for so long, Peter. I've been playing piano only for, it'll be 3 years in September. I started playing when I was an adult. I always wanted to learn. But yeah, I'm really glad that I started. I play at least half hour every single day, like clockwork. And yeah, I like it. It's crazy like how much better I've gotten in 3 years. Um, I'm really good at like reading sheet music. Actually, is like my best, my biggest strong suit as far as playing piano goes. My first job. That's a good question. So when I was 13, I worked on a dairy farm, just shoveling crap, less than minimum wage. We made, it was either $5.75 an hour or $6 an hour. And yeah, like I said, shoveling crap. I would actually drive skid steers when I was like 13 years old. Feed cows, milk cows. Actually helped bird the cow, like pulled a calf out of a cow when I was like 13 years old. That was that was my first job. And then I worked as a janitor after that at a daycare, which janitor is such an underrated job. I actually love that job. You're just there by yourself, like you listen to music, you're like mopping, chilling. It's an awesome job. Any hobbies besides piano? Not really. I just like learning stuff. Really, is like if you look at my old videos, I have some, just like skill learning videos that just kind of dinky stuff. I like doing that. Exercise. I like running. I like working out. Um, Other than that, I just like working. I like making money. I like investing in things, working on businesses, stuff like that. Kind of boring, I guess. But let's see here. Let's see. Used to take piano lessons when you were young. Yeah, most people. I wish I started when I was like 6 years old. I actually take lessons to keep me accountable and actually like keep me on pace. Yeah. Is there anything that you guys would like me to talk about more on my videos? I know I do the stimulus updates and stuff like that, but are there like certain things, investment news, things like, are there other things you'd like me to do more of? What happened with Stacy in her business series? We just haven't done an update in so long. She's honestly so busy that like I ask her to come in and do videos all the time, and she's like working until 9, 10 p.m. every single night. So I just kind of like I won't bother her too much, but she's killing it. Completely booked schedule. She needs to hire more people now. It's crazy. I mean, she started her business 10 months ago and like couldn't take on more clients. Everyone loves her. She's doing awesome. But I definitely will do more videos from that series in the future because she's doing big things, and it's like the things she's going through are like problems that everyone faces when they reach those situations. Like it's scary to hire another person. It's scary to have people working when you're not there looking at, like there's all these things that are intimidating that I think would be really good to like document her going through it the first time. Let's see here. Yeah, will life ever get back to normal? It feels like this is the normal now. Like you throw your mask on anywhere you go. I don't even know what normal is anymore. What kind of science are you really into these days? That's an interesting question. Recently, I've been really interested in just like mechanical things. Like I'll just look up how things work. Like there's this cool video online of like how a rear differential works on a car, like just how these kind of like mechanical gear kind of things work. Like just yesterday, I was sitting there thinking like, how does an air conditioner work? And then just kind of went through a little rabbit hole of how that works. So I don't know if that's necessarily science, but that's been kind of fascinating to me recently. Do I speak different languages? I've had Spanish class in high school, so un poquito, but not really. If an English speaker is speaking Spanish, I can understand what they're saying in Spanish, but other than that, not really. Let's see here. More about stocks. I can do more about stocks for sure. Oh, you're starting a cleaning business inspired by the Stacy series. That is awesome. Keep me updated on that, Zulu. That's really cool. Yeah, it's crazy how many people like identify with her and her struggles and what she's gone through. But Yeah, that's awesome. Do I think unemployment has made it tougher to find quality employees? 100% I do. I've talked about this in my videos before, so sorry if you've heard this already, but I mean, I used to put up an employment ad for like movers. We pay above average. We pay, anywhere from $14 an hour up to $19 an hour. And in the past, we would get like 150 applicants in a week. And ever since this pandemic, we get like 10, 15 a week. It's gone up a little bit recently, but I mean, that's 10% of what we used to receive. It's a combination of people, obviously being scared, not wanting to work in a public facing business, and also the unemployment. So, yeah, it's definitely made it harder, but it's like, what can I say? If people want to stay home and be safe, you know, stay home and be safe. Let's see here. What about Tim? I'm not really sure what you're asking. What about workers' compensation? I'm not sure. Maybe you're talking about unemployment. If you could rephrase your question. Let's see here. It'd be amazing to watch you start a new small business and build it and document it and sell it for a good profit. I've thought about doing that with the pool cleaning business, but it's just, I don't have that much free time. So that's kind of what I was doing with Stacy's series. The thing is, it takes so long to actually build a business. That's like these series would be over, 5 years, which luckily we started that early enough. So we'll do more updates there. But I think that's exactly kind of what you're looking for. If you haven't already seen that, it's the $1 Million Cleaning Business series on my channel. Definitely check that out. I think there's 9 or 10 updates so far. And I'll get her in here to do some more updates, and I'll make it happen. What's it cost to start up a business? It totally depends on what business you're looking to start. Like a pool cleaning business, you can start for under $1,000. A cleaning business, you can probably start for under $500. But moving company, you're maybe looking at more like $10,000, $15,000 in most cases. I'm glad to help, Paula. I'm glad I was a good source of information for you. I just appreciate all of you guys tuning in. It's amazing to me that many people tune in every single day. Favorite books? Let's see. The Poor Charlie's Almanac. That's probably my number one. It's just like covers so many topics. It's an awesome book. I have entire videos on this too, but just off the top of my head, The War of Art is really good for anyone who works like a creative job, or you're just a creative person. It's all about like overcoming resistance, like overcoming procrastination and just not doing things. It really makes you motivated, and also gives you kind of like a framework on how to just get more stuff done. It's really good. How to Win Friends and Influence People is really good too. I'm not the most socially adept person, but those kind of books help me out a lot, and just kind of like forcing me to be more extroverted and more personable and stuff like that. That's something that I'm constantly working on. I am 25 years old today. It's kind of scary. Kind of scary. Let's see. Yeah, I guess I'm all about the minimalism, and I like saving money. It's kind of fun to save money, and just have fewer things. I had a pickup truck that I sold yesterday, and it was just like, yeah, it's nice to just have fewer things. I drive an old car. I used to drive a real nice fancy car, but then I sold it because I was like, I don't need this. So now I drive a 2005 Mercury Grand Marquis, and I'm just glad, like I'm happy just mobbing and not, I don't care, what happens to this car. It's whatever. You definitely should learn to play piano, Danielle. It's awesome. Start now. You got to start now. Yeah, I've thought about posting a video of like maybe like 3 years of my evolution as a piano player. My ultimate dream business to build and own. That's a good question. To build, I'm just going to go to own, because I think I would probably purchase a business. I have this huge criteria sheet for like what I'm looking for exactly in like the best business, but it's a business that's like a staple service, one that's, won't go away. It's in a situation like a pandemic or something like that, one where the employees of the business make a good amount of money. That way it's easier to have really great help. one that's a simple business. I don't want like something high tech or super complicated that can be outdated in 10 years or whatever. Like, I just want something that's going to be there. Examples of that would be like a manufacturing business for something simple, an electrical contractor business, self-storage business. I love that business. Things like that. Let's see here. This is a good question. As a business owner, how did you learn to trust and give up control and not want to be at every location and make sure things were done the way you like them done? So that's a huge problem with many small business owners is you're used to doing all the work yourself. You get so good at it. All your customers love you and you're perfect at this job. But then you hire someone and they mess up and then it's on you to fix it. You're like, it's just not worth it to trust these people. But really, the only way to really expand is to have people and you need to trust them. So it's really not so much a matter of how do you trust people. It's more like what systems can you set up in order to make it easier to trust people. So what I do is I make step-by-step processes for literally everything. I'm just seeing, maybe I have one. I don't. For literally everything that we do, I have a step-by-step process. So like even something like entering in a credit card payment, I'll have a step-by-step sheet that says, step 1, open an internet browser. Step 2, go on Square. Step 3, like every single step. So in that way, it's a streamlined process. There's not really questions as to how to do things. And then if people get off track and don't do those things, it's easy to say, hey, either you need to fix this or you need to get rid of that person and find someone else who can follow those instructions. And it seems to work really well, both as a business owner and people like to know exactly what they need to do. So let's see here. Can you talk about the SBA 6-month payment relief? Can you take the loan and repay sooner to take advantage of the 6-month incentive? So what I would do is it's 6 months either way. So yeah, take that loan, get the 6 months of payments. And then what I would do is just pay your normal payments. And so that just cuts 6 months off the end of your loan, plus cuts off some interest. Yeah, you can definitely do that. But contact a lender to see what exactly they require for those loans. And you'll have to do that as soon as possible because the end of September is the deadline for those. So like if you're looking for an SBA loan, start searching that now. AMA stands for Ask Me Anything. Let's see here. Post more stock videos. Are there any specific stock type videos that you guys want to hear about? I haven't really cracked the code on how to make an explosive stock investment type video. There's people waving at me through the window here. But yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to make a really good stock investment video and make it popular. YouTube just doesn't recommend those as much. Do I have any experience in the buying and flipping world, like flipping houses, or are you talking about just buying stuff from garage sales and flipping it? Because I think that's just buying stuff from garage sales and thrift stores can be a potentially great business, especially if you get really good at identifying a specific thing. But I don't have a ton of experience there. Am I a control freak? No, definitely not at all. I like things to be in line and to go the right way, but I think I'm pretty understanding. Family, good or bad to work with? I would say try to avoid working with family if possible. I know in a lot of situations it's not, but it usually doesn't end up to be, it's just hard if you're employing friends, employing family. There's just this different level of like expectations and it's tough. It's not impossible, but it's tough. Would I recommend a business loan for a window cleaning, office cleaning startup? I don't think it's necessary. You don't absolutely need a loan. I wouldn't do it because you can start that business for a couple $1,000s. I mean, if you have a vehicle, you can start for under $1,000. If you don't have a vehicle, you can probably start for $3,000, $4,000. Have I tried modeling or acting? I actually did some modeling when I was 18, but I haven't done it since then. Thanks, Jack. I appreciate it. Appreciate you tuning in. Yeah, I like Webull. That's why I promote it. It's super user friendly. I mean, also with a stock brokerage, it's like, a stock brokerage is a stock brokerage. So, it's a very user friendly, clean stock brokerage. So it's like, if you have to choose one, you might as well choose the one that you get free stocks from, is kind of how I look at it. Thanks, Alicia. I appreciate that. Let's see here. I actually don't have experience with Robinhood, so I don't really know how to compare those two. I don't want to say anything that I'm not sure of. Do I consider myself to be assertive? I would say yes, but that's something I could probably work on. It all depends on the situation. I've thought about doing some kind of experiment where, like, for a month or something like that, uh, I just have no filter, like at work, just no filter. If I see something, just see what happens. Just kind of an experiment. I need to define that better, explain it better. But I could be more assertive probably, but I don't necessarily have a problem with it. Yeah, I chose the yellow shirt. I thought it might look upbeat for the birthday. I have not been to Disney World or Disneyland. Let's see here. Did I ever think I'd get 95,000 subs? I thought I would, but after the first year, I just thought it would take a long time so my goal actually for the end of this year was to hit 50,000 subscribers. So I blew that out of the water. Hopefully I hit 100,000 somewhat soon. But I thought it was possible. I just thought it would be a longer road because I started posting videos, and I mean, I had like 3,000 subscribers in like 10 months or something like that, and posting some solid content. So I was like, okay, this is going to take a while, but here we are. Who was a positive influence or mentor while you were growing up? I was lucky enough to grow up around a lot of adults who worked really hard, and I think that's kind of how I got it in my head. Like, I need to work hard to succeed. Both my parents worked hard. My dad, would be at work pretty much all day long. A lot of my relatives own small businesses, so it wasn't like this foreign, scary thing for me to start a business. It was just kind of like, I know people who own businesses, so I could probably start a business. And ever since I was very young, I wanted to be a business owner. I used to say, like, if someone asked me, what I wanted to be, I would just say, I want to own a business. I don't know what kind of business, but I just want to own a business. And here I am. It's interesting. Have I ever tried meditation? I have tried meditation, but I did it for maybe like 3 weeks, and I didn't really see much from it. I know you probably have to do it for like 6 months to really see a difference. But after about 3 weeks, I was like, I'm already so calm. Like, I don't really have an issue with being calm or like being in the moment or anything like that. So I just didn't know how necessary it was for me. I'm sure there's still benefits, but Thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Um, do I still unicycle? Not often. I actually need to get a new tire on my unicycle, but it's a fun. It's definitely a fun activity. Are they available for advice, like my relatives and whatnot, I assume? Yes, they are, but this is one thing I'm really careful about getting advice on, because I think a lot of people, they'll like start a business or do something big and scary, and then they ask advice of like their parents or their friends or things like that. And the issue is, pretty much anyone will give you advice if you ask them for it, even if they don't really know the answer. So, like, my parents both work for themselves, but they don't have employees. So I wouldn't ask them advice on how to handle an employee situation because they just don't have experience in that. There's nothing, wrong with what they did or anything like that. But I just look for people who have experience in the question that I'm trying to ask. So I'm just really careful about that. You're welcome, Kat. Yeah, I think it's really important to not show bias towards either side of the political spectrum. They both have problems, and I just try to find the facts and the reality between both. I'm 25 today. Let's see. I have not lived in Arizona my whole life. I've been here for almost 5 years. Lived in Minnesota most of my life. Have I tried green tea? I think I've had it. I'm not a big tea person. I like coffee. Pretty much always have a coffee every single day. I like energy drinks, which they might not be the best for you, but you know. What do you like about Arizona? The weather. I mean, the weather is amazing 8 months of the year. That's pretty huge. I like how big it is. That a lot of opportunity here. Um, I don't know. It's not probably not the greatest place ever, but it's pretty nice. You can go to we're 2.5 hours away from the mountains if you want to go snowboarding in the winter, or we're 3 hours from the ocean in Mexico. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, I lost my Minnesota accent about 2 years after I lived here. It's kind of disappointing. It flares up every once in a while on the vowels, but for the most part, I've lost the accent. Let's see here. Happy early birthday to you, Amanda. Will I ever go back to the short hair? Probably at some point. I'm 25 today. Do I have Scandinavian ancestry? Yes, I do. I'm like a significant portion Irish and pretty much the rest Scandinavian. So like 25% Irish, 25% Scandinavian, all Eastern European mishmash. Let's see. Can tell my accent when I say coffee. Yeah, the vowels really get stretched out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to show my cats at 100,000. I know I promised that, so I'll have to do something at 100,000. I'm not sure when it's gonna happen. It might be like a month or so. Let's see. Do you ever go to Vegas? I've been there maybe 4 or 5 times. Not a huge like partier kind of guy, and also Vegas is expensive, and I have a problem with spending money on myself. So, how long have you been growing your hair for? The last short haircut I got was November 2018. So what is that? Year and 9 months, something like that. It's been growing for. And I've got a few trims here and there, but I'm not sure exactly how long I'm going to let it go. I just figured I had to try it once. Let's see. I'm scrolling up here. Thanks for tuning in, Joseph. How do I handle the heat wave? I mean, you're just inside most of the time, if at all possible. It's not that bad. What foreign country would you like to visit? I think I'd like to go to the Philippines. That's one that I'd like. Australia. I don't really need to travel too much though. I just like working. I like getting shit done. Yeah, Vegas is kind of overrated. There's basically no one there right now. If you look at the strip, it's empty. Yeah, people seem to be split on the short hair or the long hair. It looks cleaner short. I don't know. It's interesting long. It's something different, I guess. Thanks, Kat. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Long hair is good. I think you guys might be a little biased with the long hair because you've only seen me with a lot of you have only seen me with the long hair. Germany, that'd be interesting. I've never really thought about Czech Republic. Sounds cool. Yeah, I probably should go over to Europe at some point. Then how would I possibly do my daily updates though if I'm in Europe? I can't go anywhere for a month. I've never pulled my hair back for videos, mostly because people ask me to, so I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it then. Never been to New York City. Closest would be Boston. Yeah, I guess I probably should visit Ireland too because I'm Irish. My last name isn't Maher is an Irish last name. It's came from the name O'Maher. Thanks for tuning in, Shayna. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think I'm a little bit German too. All Eastern European-ish. Thanks, the vid. I appreciate it. Thanks, Matt. Yep, almost 100K. Let's get there. 100K. Tell your friends. Let's see here. I look like Brad Pitt and Troy. I'll take that. I'll take that any day. Yeah, short hair is more professional. I sometimes wonder if I had short hair, if the stimulus videos would do even better because I would be that like clean cut professional. But whatever. I'm just going to do my own thing. Thanks, Joseph. I appreciate that, and I try to bring the facts. Yeah, this is fun. Yeah, maybe I'll rent a movie or something like that. Do you run your business like Mr. Burns from The Simpsons? Not exactly. I think I'm pretty laid back boss. Maybe I'll have to do some kind of video where I interview my employees and they can give you the dirt on me or something like that. That'd be kind of funny. Let's see here. Used to think you were related to Edge. Yeah, there was a period of time where the comments of the videos were all just filled with Edge. Want to hear about your family influencers, mentors. Let's see. One of my bigger mentors is the guy who's so my moving company is part of a franchise, but uh, my location was the first franchise. So it's pretty much like just completely starting my own business because I help with the processes and building systems and stuff like that. But the guy who started the initial franchise system, whose name is Lance, he was probably one of my bigger mentors because very successful guy, kind of helped me to navigate managing employees, managing expectations, things like that. Um, Having a hard time thinking of any specific examples, but it is really important to have people on hand who know what they're doing. Now I'm lucky enough to be able to mentor some people and consult for people. And right now I consult for a few people who own moving companies and cleaning companies and window cleaning companies. A lot of service type businesses I do consulting for, and it blows me away how successful that these people are once they have just some direction uh, to know where to head. Because a lot of the problem with starting a business is you're willing to work hard, you're willing to do all these things, but you just don't know exactly like the little questions like, hey, this customer said this. What do you think is a good response? That kind of thing. And having a consultant or a mentor or something like that helps a lot with those kinds of things. Let's see here. Let's see here. Travel and give updates on the road. I don't know. I like being home. How many businesses do you have? So right now I just have, well, the moving and storage business, I guess. So I've downsized significantly. I used to have my moving company in Phoenix. I used to have one in San Diego, Salt Lake City, Utah, and Austin, Texas. Oh, and the call center. So I guess that's two businesses. The call center is technically separate. We book moves for other moving companies here. I had the pool cleaning business, sold that. So pretty much everything is sold except for the moving company and the call center business. Storage, if you want to consider that a separate business. Let's see here. How do you manage more than one business? It's a lot of work. I mean, you just gotta be willing to, put in the time, the chaos. One of my biggest problems is I have like this threshold for chaos, where like For some reason, I get rid of one thing that takes up my time, and then I just have to like pack another thing in. So I'm just completely booked, time wise. But you just make it happen. At its peak, I had about 95 employees. Was the most employees I ever had at one time, and it gets a little bit chaotic, but you just make it work. Build systems, make it work. Let's see here. Thanks, Joseph. I appreciate it. What type of businesses are you looking at buying next? Talked about this a little bit, but either some kind of simple manufacturing type business, an electrical contractor, or what will probably likely happen is purchasing a storage facility, self-storage facility, and just work on purchasing more and more of those and build up a real estate portfolio that way, which is kind of a business, also real estate. Yeah, it seems like an awesome avenue. I have obviously some experience here with storage, and I really want to do more of that. I like that business a lot. Let's see here. Do I have a college degree? No, I don't. I went to school for entrepreneurial studies, but I didn't actually finish. I think I have like a year left or something like that. Thanks, Jose. I appreciate it. Thanks for the birthday wishes. My boss, yeah. Yeah, what if I was making this up? My boss actually was over there. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see here. Da, 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 What's your primary marketing channel for Skinny Went Moving? So we do a lot of different things. I do some online ads, but I try not to spend too much there. So I do Google ads, Yelp ads. Before the pandemic, we did a lot of in-person marketing where we would go to storage facilities, apartment complexes, and try to build relationships there, like a referral network, and that worked extremely well. I like to send stuff to people like realtors and things like that who can refer us to their clients. I really try to just focus on building relationships as marketing. I think that's better long term than just paying for a click, basically. Let's see here. Looking for some more questions. What bank has worked best for your business? I use Wells Fargo, but I don't necessarily recommend them or anyone else. All those big banks are basically the same, if you ask me. I've had Chase too. They're fine. The Chase website kind of sucks, I guess. I don't have one. I think smaller banks are better actually because then you can build a relationship with lenders, and that's kind of the key for success is having relationships with lenders. I look 43. Wow, I'll take it. What are some of your goals for the next 5 years? So I'd like to purchase more and more real estate, get into the limited partner, general partner kind of deal with purchasing real estate, specifically self-storage facilities. And within 5 years, I mean, it would be great to have 5, 10 properties. I'm working on getting one right now and been doing cold calls and scouting properties and trying to look for one to purchase. Let's see here. How do I stay in good shape? So I actually am kind of a fanatic when it comes to exercise. I just work out 5, 6 days a week. I run. I actually used to do bodybuilding shows. The last one I did was about 3 years ago. I've just always been, I just have a ton of energy and I feel like I just need to get that out. So I just work out every single day right now in the backyard, which kind of sucks, but running isn't my favorite exercise. I actually never really ran until last year, long distance anyways. I ran in track, but that was always just short distance. I started doing long distance running last year when I decided I was going to run an ultra marathon. So, I mean, before I started training for that, the furthest I ever ran was 3 miles, and then that race was 60 miles. And the thing about running is it really sucks until you're good at it. And once you're at all a little bit good at it, it's a lot of fun. So, but I still like just lifting weights over running. I've been with my girlfriend for just over a year now. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah, credit unions usually are a better deal than banks for sure. They're better for the users for sure, especially for personal. I don't know, but I don't know how I feel exactly about marriage, but no plan in breaking up. I guess I'll say that. Let's see here. She's lucky. I'm lucky. We're all lucky. I'm lucky to have her. What do you do for fun outside of work? I mean, there's not really a whole lot to do right now. Like I said, exercise, play piano. Let's see here. Any other questions? We'll scroll up and look for some more questions. Oh, what YouTubers do you watch? Watch a pretty big variety. Um, Throwing back a little bit, I like Vsauce a lot. Obviously, they don't post very much anymore, but that's all science related. For more like up to date kind of real estate stuff, I actually like Meet Kevin a lot. I know a lot of people don't like him, but I'm a big fan of him, and specifically the real estate investment type stuff. Let's see here. On topic, there's also like all the just kind of guilty pleasure kind of watching. Danny Duncan is funny to watch. Um, I don't know, a lot of just random. I like science, random videos like that. Let's see. Yeah, I like Clear Value Tax too. He seems like a good guy. I talked to him once briefly. Which service industry business would you recommend and why? I like pretty much any service industry business that has reoccurring clients. So I like the pool cleaning business. I like house cleaning business. I like pest control. Anything where you can get like a contract where you come back every month or every week, things like that. That is a wonderful business to be in because it's consistent. You know that money's coming in. Once you have a client, you can, you stick with them as long as you do a good job. It's anything reoccurring is awesome, really. Let's see here. Haven't really considered acting. Let's see here. Butter Slice, how you doing? It's been a long time. Everyone, Butter Slice was one of my OG fans. He was there from day one. I don't know what subscriber he was, but it was probably before 100. I have time to watch YouTube. I mean, what I normally do is I'll watch stuff or listen to stuff when I'm driving home from work, and then that's kind of like my relaxation time. I listen to a lot of podcasts actually. That's my biggest. Joe Rogan podcast, Your Mom's House podcast, which is hilarious and horrendous. Yeah, mostly podcast. I guess if I'm just listening to stuff, it's mostly podcasts. My net worth, it's a little bit up in the air exactly because my business is a large portion of my net worth, but conservatively, at its most conservatively, it's probably 1.1 million around there net worth, up to potentially 2 million. It all depends on, you don't know what a small business is worth unless you actually sell it. So somewhere between 1 and 2 million. Yeah, sorry if I missed a question. Just feel free to ask it again um, if I miss one. Um, yeah, I appreciate you tuning in, Butter Slice. I always appreciate your comments. What is your academic background? So I don't have an actual degree. I'm probably 30 credits short of having a business degree. Entrepreneurial studies was my focus, but really I attribute it mostly just to joy of learning. You know, you don't necessarily need a degree to have an understanding of what's going on. But whenever I do just talk about things, I try to have it grounded in some kind of reality, some kind of fact, things like that. Try to be careful about what I say. How old were you when you started a business? So my very first business, I was like 14. I started a landscaping business, very small. You know, earned like less than $10,000 a year from it, but that kind of got the gears turning on. Hey, business is something that I want to do. Do I want to continue my education? I've thought about it. I've actually thought about like applying to Harvard or something like that, but you know, it's so much time, and what is it going to do me at this point? Like my resume isn't really going to be benefited much by having a college degree at this point. Yeah, I do all my own research every day, hours and hours of research. Let's see here. The majority of the video is researching the video. The filming and the editing, that's quick. I've tried to have people help me with the research end, but it just always flows much better if I do it myself. So it's just kind of one of those things. I just have to do it myself. Let's see here. Who are a few of your favorite comedians? So I love comedy. I try to see as many comedians live whenever I can. Obviously, I haven't been able to recently. Favorite comedians: Tom Segura, Chris D'Elia before all that, the scandal, Andrew Santino. I like Joe Rogan. I mostly like his podcast. I like Bobby Lee. I like Theo Vaughn. I like Bill Burr. I like so many comedians. Let's see here. I'm 25 years old today. Let's see here. I need a wife and 12 children. Yeah, I don't know about the 12 children part. How to build business credit. You just kind of like your first business loan is going to be ridiculous interest. My first business loan for a truck was like 10% interest. It sucks, but there's just not really another way to build business credit. But you just kind of got to do it. Is the stimulus going to happen by this weekend? I don't think it'll happen by this weekend, but you know, I'm not going to say it's impossible, but I think it's unlikely that anything happens by this weekend. Let's see here. You want children in the future? I haven't really thought about it a whole lot. I'm sure once I'm older I will, but I don't really think about it much right now. What products do you use for your hair? Right now I use this like light hold pomade kind of stuff. It's called Cremo, Creamo. And I just use that like twice a week. Let's see here. Dave Chappelle is great. He's awesome. Have I read Millionaire Next Door? Yep, I have. Try to read as much as possible. Let's see here. I'm happy to inspire, Miriam. What made me start a YouTube channel? It's a good question. I really started it because I thought it would be a great avenue to meet other people, because one of the hardest things as a business owner, you know, as someone who wants to perform highly, is finding other people who also perform highly. And I thought, okay, if I start putting this content out there, by default, I will meet other people who are, you know, trying to do big things. And that was the biggest reason. And also just to push myself. You know, it's really awkward at first. My very first video, like the intro, took 30 takes, and I sucked at it. So I like doing things that I'm not good at and trying to get better at them. Let's see here. Um, Thanks for tuning in, Bonnie. I appreciate it. I've never seen the show Smallville, or actually, I've never seen Star Trek either. I don't watch a whole lot of TV, but I did watch I'll Be There in the Dark recently, and it's on HBO. Oh my gosh, that is the scariest show I've ever seen in my entire life. It's about the Golden State Killer. Spooky, spooky stuff. Um, well, thanks for tuning in, Rosemary. Yeah, this is kind of fun to do the live. Yeah, I do have an Instant Pot actually, but I prefer to grill stuff, to be honest. Everything just tastes better on the grill. I haven't listened to Mrs. Pat, but I've heard her name mentioned before, so I should check that out. Yeah, this is fun, John. I appreciate the comment, and yeah, it's fun doing these live streams. I haven't seen The Secret, no. Thanks, Todd. I appreciate it. I have read E Myth Revisited. That's a good book. It's definitely worth reading, for sure. Let's see here. Um, let's see here. I'll probably do maybe 4 or 5 more minutes, and then call it good. And maybe I'll just call it a day work-wise, and pack up and head home. We'll see. But yeah, I'll do maybe 5 more minutes here. So any other questions you have, ask away. I'll do about 5 more minutes. Top off with the coffee. Oh, I'll definitely check that out. Cowgirl Archer. You guys need to watch the Joe Rogan episode yesterday with David Blaine. That is one of the most chaotic podcast episodes I have ever seen. Dude swallows a frog mid-episode, throws it back up. You got to watch that. I've seen a lot of you guys commenting about Joe Rogan on here. What's the highest you placed in a BB competition? I don't know what that is. I'll definitely continue with the updates. I appreciate all you guys watching, and I really do appreciate it. I'll try and enjoy, Karen. Let's see here. I don't know Hindi. That's exactly what I say, May. Whenever anyone asks me why I eat so much meat, I say, well, if you think about like the biggest beastly predators, what do they eat? There's something behind it. Ooh. Oh, yeah, David is super chill. Let's talk about stocks, Joseph. Ask some questions. Let's talk about it. When is when's all your guys' birthdays? We got any other August birthdays in here? You guys are awesome, by the way. October. Thanks, Delilah. I appreciate it. February 10th, November 3rd. Yeah, I'll get back to the birthday in a few minutes here, and then then get back to the celebrations. Maybe I'll do a little bit of work, not too much, and get back to the birthday celebrations. Let's see here. Do I have any stocks? Yes, I do. I own quite a bit of Berkshire Hathaway. Um, I do a lot of index funds, just S&P 500. I have some small cap uh, index funds. I bought a bunch of Dave Madden shoes, not actually shoes, the stock, when the market was way down, and that's doing quite well. I own some Winnebago stock, which just did amazingly well after or went down because of the pandemic, but then it skyrocketed. Thanks for tuning in, Joseph. What's a typical day in the life? So prepare to be a little bored. Pretty much every single day, wake up, eat some breakfast, eggs and beef, go to the office, send out some emails real quick, and then I start researching for whatever that day's update video is going to be. That usually takes 3 to 4 hours to do that whole video process. Upload that video. I like to respond to the people who comment right away. And then from there, go back, answer any other emails. And then it's like, okay, now what can I do for the business that day? And I just do like business related work until 7 or 8 p.m. And then after that, I go home. 6 days a week, I'll work out in the backyard after that because gyms aren't open right now. That's about 45 minutes to an hour. Then I'll take a shower, play some piano for about 30 to 45 minutes. And if there's any, half-hour free time, maybe I'll, watch an episode of something and then go to sleep, do it all again. Let's see here. Yeah, it's very structured schedule. Like that's literally every day, Groundhog's Day, pretty much. Yeah. Let's see here. Rock Roddy. That's the best I can do at pronouncing your name. Tune in tomorrow. Yeah, everyone tune in tomorrow. I'll have a video for you. Promise. Do I play video games? So here's my thing about video games. I love video games, but I just have this like personality where if I start something, I have to be like the best at it. So I make myself not play video games because I'll just get addicted to it and want to be the absolute, I'll just get addicted. I want to be the best at it, and just throws everything else off. So I just can't play video games. I'm just too competitive. Let's see here. I do cook, but I don't necessarily enjoy it. I just cook steaks and stuff like that, but not a big fan of cooking. Yep, always wearing pants when I'm doing videos. I always wear pants. Let's see here. All right. How tall are you? I'm 6'1". Trying to work and watch at the same time. All right, I'm going to do about another minute, and then we're going to call it a day, and I'm going to get some work done, and I'm going to head home. So let's do one more minute. If you got any last minute questions, let me know. We'll do one more minute here. Thanks for all the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. Play hooky, yeah. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Thanks, Jean. Thanks, Miriam. I'm 25 years old today. Thanks for tuning in, Elsa. Thanks, Karen. This is an online party. Yeah, that's a good point. Online party. The big 25 quarter century. Represent. Alrighty, that's it for today. I'll have to do another live sometime soon. Thanks to everyone for tuning in and enjoying this fine day with me. Piano music, I play mostly classical stuff. That's all for today. Thanks for tuning in. Goodbye.